Hello my friends, welcome back to another lesson. So we've looked at different techniques of strumming, downwards, upwards, mixing, syncopation, and all those other techniques. So today we're going to look at another widely used technique for sounding chords, but is not strumming. So that technique that we're going to look at today is called arpeggiating, and like we've looked at before, it comes from an Italian word, arpeggio, which means to play the chord one note at a time. I'm going to show you several exercises that demonstrate how we use this technique. But first, the technique, like you saw me in the intro, is about it's about spelling out the chord, though it does not necessarily have to be in that particular order. You can mix it up. Like that. So that is a technique called arpeggiating. So let's start with this exercise. I'm going to use the C chord, the G over B chord, the A minor 7 chord, and then the G chord, and end with C. So the last chord is going to be a strum. So let's start. C. So we pick the C chord, C, E, G, C, E, C, G, E. So you can pick each chord twice such that you can master it. So C, then we move to G over B. So the G over B, we're going to have this. Right? So we are not involving this one because it's not part of this chord. So then we go to A minor. Okay, let's first connect. So let's connect the two chords. So from C, like that, and then we go to A minor 7. Then we go to G. So the G chord is going to be like that. So let's put it together. C, you get it? So I'm going to perform it one chord, one bar, like one time. Like that. So repeat the exercise as many times as possible such that you can you can master it, because it's not an easy technique. It requires practice and dexterity for you to be able to perform it easily, or for it to become second nature. So work on it several times. Another thing you have to know about arpeggiating chords is that you can play them open, or you can play them as slightly muted chords with the palm. Of course, we shall look more at palm muting in one of our future lessons, especially for those that will be joining my electric guitar course. We shall be looking more at palm muting, palm muted chords and notes and all those things. So stick around and let's follow through, learn the basics, then as we advance we shall keep learning. But today let's just get a bit of that. So palm muting is when you get the palm, this part of the palm, the hand, and place it slightly here at the bridge, such that the strings are not completely muted, but they retain that kind of sound. Hear that? So that is called palm muting. Yeah, like that. So that is called palm muting. So these chords can be played either way. So it depends on the effect you want to create. So if you're like the rhythm guy, or like you want to create a certain effect, you can try that out. So let's look at our second exercise. We are going to use the E minor chord, the G chord, the C chord, the A minor 7 chord, and then we end with E minor. And again we are going to, so E minor. So remember this palm, this part of your hand. So we're going to palm mute. So the E minor chord, right? E, B, E, G, E, B, E, B, like that. Right? Then we go to the next chord, G. Right? So let's put them together. Yeah, I think you can get the feel. Then let's go to the next chord. So from E minor to G to C and to A minor, then we end with E minor. So let's one more time. So the last chord, you play it open. So I think you can get the feel. So compare the open sound and with this palm muted sound and see the difference. It's not that one is better than the other, but you've got to learn to apply the technique where it's required. So for example, you realize that if you're the rhythm guy, or depending on the genre you're playing, for example, if it's rock, blues and those kinds of techniques, genres, you may require to play things a little different. Yeah. Or depending on the energy you want to give, or the vibe that you want to give your chords, or the music that you're working on, you'll be able to choose. So if you're going to play some clean sound, some other like certain clean genre that requires all the notes open, then you choose the other one. If you're going to use this other technique, then you choose the one that is more applicable to what you're doing. Okay, so let's look at our third and last exercise, which is a bit more advanced, because like I said, you do not have to necessarily follow a certain order. You can mix things up. So we're going to, in this one, we're going to mix things up. We're going to kind of skip around. Yeah. So I have my D chord followed by a C add 9 chord, we've looked at add 9 chords previously in my previous guitar lessons, so I hope you've been following through. If you haven't, do check out my add 9 lesson, my add 9 chord lesson, so you can be able to follow along. So C add 9, so D, C add 9, then G5. G5 is it's a power chord, but we are going to try this open power chord, not this one, but this one. So it's G, the normal G chord, but this down here we hold this, the 5, and this. That's what makes it a 5, a power chord, or a 5th chord contains the root, the 5th, and the octave. Alright? And you can hear it's a powerful chord. So that's a power chord. So we're going to look at the D chord. D chord, we're going to pick the D note, pick the other D note, then pick the A note, then end with E. So rather F sharp. So, right? So let's do it twice. Like that. Okay? Next, let's look at the C add 9 chord. So this is how we're going to play it. C, G, D, E, D, like that. Then we go to the G5. Like that. That's how we're going to play it. So G, D, G, G again. Then we end with D. So let's combine them. Then so D, so those are the exercises. I hope they have been helpful to you, and I hope and pray that they will help you to improve in your guitar playing and picking of chords and notes. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like my videos, and also let me know how you may be helped in the comment section. I'll see you in the next lesson.